At center, Miles Plumlee. At point guard, Michael Carter-Williams. At the other guard position, Chris Middleton. At small forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. At the other forward position, Greg Monroe. The head coach of the visiting team is Jason Kidd. At shooting guard, at 6'6", number 5, J.R. Smith. Starting at center, 7 feet, number 20, Timothy Boston. He's starting forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. He's starting at point guard from Duke University, number 2, Tony Hoover. From St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, number 23, LeBron James. David Black is your head coach. Once again,
Hi everyone, we're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, they're looking forward to the return guys of John Henson.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it's been tough without him.
And we've seen what a different team they are without him on the floor. I mean, it has not been nearly as cohesive a unit as when he's there.
into the lineup for the Bucks. Freak.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, filling out the wings is Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Plumlee out there with Monroe. And it's Freak in at the 1 spot.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club
It
to be
is,
in. Only
it
the
is.
true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. And a foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Cleveland. And so it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 1. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Mayo out there with Freak. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Cleveland shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well,
And that does it for the first half of play.
gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What What a performance. Just look at the game for Monroe. He's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
It wasn't a good one. Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Checked in. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Irving in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And James throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Clock at 6. And Monroe kicks to Freak. Shoots from 14. And the shot is long. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Picked by Mozgov. Irving attacking. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Picked by Mozgov. To the paint. Here's Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season. His return to Cleveland last year.
He got off to a bit of a slow start.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. On the court for the Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Craig Monroe is out there with Miles Plumlee. And it's Freak in at the point.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov comes in for Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Mo Williams. The drive by LeBron. Smith outside. Lets it go with the 3. In it goes for the 4th time in 10 tries.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple, but let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Down low. Stolen by Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Freak dishes to Monroe. Passes it to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bucks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
That's right. I mean, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Middleton. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 17-6 run. Jefferson's shot is off. Here is Bayless, defended by Jefferson. And Bayless kicks to Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And the second of 2 is good. And will push the lead to double digits.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Okay, guys, the clock is our enemy now. Time to focus up and know your roles. Trust each other to make the play. Freak, if you got the look, take us home.
Six seconds left in the fourth. Thompson passes to Williams. No good on the 3. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Middleton. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
You gotta love the contribution from deep. He hit 4 threes. I think that his threat on the perimeter also contributed in terms of their ball movement, using the options and going inside.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
That wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freak's. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.